Homeless beautiful beings, welcome to Notes of Nara. My name is Naja Rashida, and may this message find you well and whole. Today's topic is, again, about presence. The unfolding isn't always straightforward. Oh, it's not. It's not. And I think I actually really struggle with this because, when you receive confirmation or an answer, then your ego's like, but really? Is it really that way? Is it really this way though? Right? And it's so like you're having to calm and entertain your ego, feed your ego. The answers to our questions aren't always straightforward, and sometimes the questions aren't always straightforward either. And that's when you just have to push pause. You just gotta stop. Take a break. Because to try to gain traction and momentum, especially in eclipse season, and especially with new things that carry old baggage. Ooh, I'm gonna say that again. New things that carry old baggage. That taints the connection, doesn't it? Yeah. And so that's very, very difficult to push pause on something that you're thinking needs to be moved ahead. And you're getting every indication that you need to just not do that. You need to shift gears. And so tying this to the eclipse, ride the wave. We're in Pisces now. Saturn is in Pisces. Ride the wave, boys. Why ride the wave? I know it's Smiling Wave, the movie Madagascar with the penguins. But yeah, ride it, surf, because any push-pull in this season right now, because you're not getting, it's not always about, it's about just releasing control. You can't control anymore. You cannot control the external. The only thing that you can manipulate is your internal, because the internal dictates your external reality. Whatever's going on in this mind, in this heart, in your soul, in your spirit, that is what is or has, is, and will be reflected back to you. If you are attracting unstable, unsafe, insecure, manipulative energies into your space, what do you think is going on within you, within your own? I'm not saying that, or calling anyone those things. I'm asking you to ask yourself why you're a magnet. Why are you pulling those energies, experiencing those energies in your external reality? Because something is going on in here that's allowing it to do so. Whether that's low self-esteem, low self-worth, low quality of life, you're unhappy, right? And I'm on a deeper level, because there you have your superficial comfort. Oh, I have a good paying job. Okay. Oh, I have food to eat in the fridge. Okay. Oh, I have gas in my car works. Okay. Oh, I'm in a so-so connection. Okay. But you still feel, you have these other energies around you. You have to ask yourself, because the unfolding is not always straightforward. It's more about your inner work than the other. It's more about what's going on within you than the other. We always, oh, that job. Oh, that housemate. Oh, that mom, that dad. Oh, my partner. Oh, the government. Like, we do that. We talk like that. We believe like that. And it's all coming from us on an individual level. And if you have a whole collective, the whole majority of the collective behaving in this way, that's what's perpetuating collective misery. And I'm not saying one person, one human being doing more of the internal work and really looking themselves in the mirror rather than turning the mirror around. It's, that one person isn't gonna, they're not there to save the whole planet, but it starts with each and every one of us, right? All is well, and everything is unfolding as it should. I look at my life as a flower, a rose that blooms forever. And just an infinite blooming phase. And then you have some petals that fall off, right? You have some petals that shrink a little bit. You have some petals that continue to stretch and expand and grow. But there's this continuous unfolding of the petals of the bloom. And it can be a bit confusing. It can be, not confusing, disarming, maybe alarming to some. The more present you become, the more you realize how much of a prisoner you've been to linear time. You begin to see the shackles that you've agreed to lock yourself in. Because this must be this way. I must do this thing. I mentioned several videos ago about, if anything, I think it was a manifestation video about the state of being. Focus more on how you want to feel with the thing that you're trying to manifest than anything. Because you can sit and do scripting and write exactly what you want and you will get it. I've done this practice at least many times at this point, several times. And it works. It works. What a world it would be if they taught the mystery arts in public schools. Ooh, very different. Shadow Elite would implode on itself. It really would. At a very young age, you teach children how to access pure potentiality. Right? Focusing more on the state of being. What does it feel like to receive that ticket? What does it feel like to get that job abroad? What does it feel like to live by the sea? What does it feel like to explore this talent? Because the feeling, the state of being, doing those things is key. that I feel like is what's trying to unfold within us, is access and giving us access to different, or teaching us how to access different states of being. You know you can't always sustain joy 1,000% of the time. Who wouldn't want to be blissed out all the time? That's why I feel like drugs have manifested themselves in such ways until they don't work anymore, because your brain chemistry changes permanently, and that's why you need more and more and more and more and more of it until it kills you, right? Because it puts you in these states of bliss. On the outside, you look toe up from the flow up, but right, that's what it does. I mean, have you guys ever talked to someone who tried and dropped acid or shrooms, like, and not just in a journey, but like daily? And now I know, I don't even have, they don't even have to tell me if they done it. It's a whole, their whole aura, their whole vibe tells you, it tells on them. They have a very specific way of speaking, of engaging, and they're flighty as hell. They're just, whoo. Oh, I'm like, okay. And it's not just a moment, it's sustained like that. Like, you come around like a day or two later, and it's just, they're in like this state, and they can't come down. They're not balanced, right? And with the unfolding, you're not just going to unfold the pretty. It's almost, I'm going to use this analogy because I use this phrase all the time: all is well and everything's unfolding as it should. And it puts me, it's a mantra. It's a beautiful little message I tell myself that I don't mind sharing. And, but when I think of it sometimes with unfolding, it's like you have this beautiful, beautiful quilt of your life. And this quilt provides you with warmth and security and support. And it quilts are very special in certain cultures in the world. I know that it holds a place in American culture for sure. So I know not all my viewers are from the U.S., but it's a beautiful thing, this. But anyway, this quilt, because over time, and okay, I'll tell you a little bit about the lore of quilts. To me, they're very magical. And in a family, typically in an American family, and this isn't a practice, not all Americans do this, but those that want to keep this, it's a generational thing that you pass down, okay? And you have an elder in the family, usually it's a woman, and she takes pieces of clothing, she takes pieces of like old dish towels, or the family Thanksgiving tablecloth, right? That, Uncle Bob, told an amazing story, or they all sang together, using and enjoyed meals together, broke bread together using this tablecloth. But now the tablecloth is very old and ratted, and she wants to repurpose it. She wants to use it because it's a core memory. The elder in this family, this woman, will take all these pieces of clothing, like a baby, like let's say she's a great grandmother or a grandmother, and she will take like her once newborn's clothing and and make a square out of it and add it to the quilt. Well, with all of this, in her passing, sometimes what some women will do is they'll leave messages there, or they'll tell a story, right? They use it as a way to tell stories of the family. Like, this little piece here was your great uncle's nappy, and he was born in so-and-so. It's a very powerful practice that I don't think is dying out. I hope it's not. Sometimes they get lost because they're meant to. You can have a quilt that, has been passed down for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. stitched up, fixed, you know, expanded on or shortened. And over time, it disappears. It's no longer used or it's donated because there's no one else in the family line that will keep it going, and they give it, you know, they give it away. And it becomes literally rags. And it just disappears. You see? The unfolding. Not everything disappears though, right? We all have different quilts. And I'll use this, it's kind of gross, but like, it's almost like you come back home from a trip. It was a great trip. Come back home and you're like, and that September air is crisp. I feel it. I actually need a blanket, to be honest. I need to go out and get a blanket because I'm feeling the crisp air in the morning, because I'm a minimalist. I only have a sheet. And so you come home and you're like, it's late, you're like, I want to, you know, get in bed, and you unfold the quilt and there's caca in there, okay? There's poo-poo in there, and you're just like, oh man, you know, like, who did this? And low key, it was your cat, because the cat was really upset that you took off. You're like, oh, you're abandoning me. Okay, I'll leave a little gift for you. I have known some of my friends in my life, they would have pets, and their pets were they're highly intelligent little beings, but they were very deeply sentimental, okay? And dogs and cats do this. They do it for many different reasons, but, you know, sometimes they're just like, well, you left me, and I felt a certain way about that. Very happy that you're back. But anyway, you unfold and you're like, there's cat poo-poo there. Why? You're like, why? You know, you're just like, you're too tired, and you're cold, but this unfolding, and then you see the poo-poo there, you see this crap there, your crap that you have to clean up. The unfolding. Not every time you unfold something is it pleasant. And then sometimes it's a beautiful gift waiting for you. Sometimes it's a beautiful surprise. Not every unfolding is straightforward. Not all answers are meant to be received in the present, because you're not ready to receive them. If you're ready to receive the answers, then you would have received them. It's about patience. That is all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and you'll see me in the next video.